One afternoon, the shop was steady. Blow dryers humming, the music playing, clients talking like they always do. I stepped into the back room and pulled my phone out. Called Press. He picked up on the third ring. "What's up, Jazz?" "I'm down to 1. I need 5, I said, keeping my voice low. He sighed like I caught him mid-something. "Bad timing," he replied. Me and Lola OT looking at properties. I leaned against the counter, watching Ken's through the mirror out front. "That don't help me right now." "Give me a second," he said. "I'll call Rashad. He'll meet you at your stash house." I told the girls I'd be back in a bit. Jade just nodded. She already knew the deal. The stash house sat quiet like always, tucked where nobody pays attention. When I pulled up, Rashad was already there, leaning against his car like time didn't matter. He had a blunt lit, smoke curling slow into the air. I stepped out. "What's up, Rashad?" He smirked and held the blunt out. "What up, sis?" I took it, hit it a few times, not trying to linger, and handed it back. "Let's hurry up. I gotta get back." "I get it," he said. He popped the trunk and gave me the bags. I left 4 at the house and took one back. By the time I pulled up to the salon, nothing had changed on the surface. Clients still laughing, dryers still going, Kara arguing with Ken's about something small. Jade glanced at me when I walked in, then at the bag I set down in the back. "All good?" she asked. I gave a small nod. "We straight." I tied my apron back on, picked up where I left off like I never stepped out. The last blow dryer clicked off, and the shop fell into that heavy, humming quiet you only notice after a long day. I was at the register, counting out the last of the cash, while Kara swept up hair that glittered under the fluorescent lights, like it had a life of its own. Ken's was already by the door, keys spinning around her finger, and Jade was in the back, double-checking the locks like she always did. Paranoid, but in our line of work, that wasn't a flaw. "Time?" Jade called. "Past time," I said. We didn't rush. That's the first rule. Rushing looks like guilt. We moved like we always did, like 4 girls closing up a salon after a long day. Lights off, alarm set, gate down. Normal. But normal was just the cover. The package was already tucked where it needed to be. No one looking at us would have guessed anything different. That was the point. The whole setup, hair dryers, gossip, appointments, it all made us invisible in the way that mattered. We slid into the car, Ken's driving, engine low, music lower. Nobody talked for the first few blocks. You learn to let the city settle around you before you say anything that matters. The North End projects rose up the way they always did. Concrete stacked on concrete, windows like watchful eyes. It wasn't our territory, not really, but it was business. Quick stop, in and out. Stickham and Robbie were already there, posted up near the stairwell like they owned the shadows. 2 guys who used to take things the loud way. Smash and grab, masks and adrenaline. Now they worked quieter, smarter, they'd say. I wasn't so sure. Same game, different moves. Ken's didn't even fully kill the engine. Robbie stepped up first, nodding like we were just friends meeting up. Stickham stayed half a step back, always scanning. That part of him never turned off. "Y'all good?" Robbie asked. "We're always good," Kara said, passing the package like it weighed nothing. Stickham handed over the bag. Cash. Thick enough you didn't have to open it to know. I took it, felt the weight settle in my lap. Money always feels heavier than it should. "No issues?" I asked. Stickham shook his head. "Last drop moved clean." Clean. That word again. People say it like it means safe. It doesn't. Ken's nodded once and that was it. Exchange done. No lingering, no extra words. We pulled off slow, same as we arrived. We were halfway down the block when Kara twisted in her seat, looking back through the rear window. "Yo!" she said, voice tight. "Why they staring like that?" I glanced in the side mirror. A few guys posted near the corner, watching us a little too hard. Not curious, not casual, calculating. Jade didn't turn around. She just stared straight ahead. Because we don't belong here, she said flat. That ain't new, Kara shot back. Jade finally looked over, eyes sharp. Nah, that look, that's not about belonging, that's about counting. Counting what? Kara asked. I answered before Jade could. Risk, I said. The car got quiet again. Ken's turned the music down another notch. Those guys weren't just looking at us. They were measuring who we were, what we had, whether it was worth it. And that's the part nobody talks about when they think this life is fast money and easy moves. Every stop, every handoff, every drive away, you're in someone's sights, whether you know it or not. Kara sank back into her seat, arms crossed. I don't like that. Don't do nothing stupid, Kara, Ken said. Just gotta remember it. I tightened my grip on the bag in my lap, feeling every bill inside like a ticking clock. We kept driving, same speed, same calm, but we all felt away.